The streets of Southeast Asia have belonged to one empire, Japan. From the bustling jams of Jakarta to the highways of Bangkok, 90% of the cars you see are Toyotas, Hondas, or Isuzus. They were reliable, they were affordable, they were inevitable. But today, this fortress is crumbling. For the first time in history, Japanese dominance is cracking. Not because of German engineering or American muscle, but because of a neighbor they underestimated for decades, China. Chinese electric vehicles are flooding the market, offering technology that makes Japanese cars look like antiques. Welcome to Sea Insider Stories. Today, we investigate Toyota's nightmare. How did Japan lose its grip on the Detroit of Asia? And is it too late for the empire to strike back? To understand the scale of this disruption, look at Thailand. They call it the Detroit of Asia. For decades, Japanese car makers treated Southeast Asia not just as a market, but as a factory. They built a massive supply chain. Every bolt, every tire, every engine was part of a Japanese ecosystem. It was a perfect monopoly. Toyota wasn't just a brand, it was a culture. In Indonesia, the Kijang is a national icon. They believed this loyalty was unbreakable. They thought Southeast Asians would never trust a Chinese car. They were wrong. The fall began with a single fatal mistake: arrogance. While the world shifted to electric vehicles, Japanese executives, led by Toyota's former CEO Akio Toyoda, remained skeptical. They bet on hybrids and hydrogen. They looked at Southeast Asia's lack of charging stations and said, "This region isn't ready for EVs." They got comfortable selling gas guzzlers. This was their Kodak Moment. Just like Kodak ignored digital cameras to protect film sales, Japan ignored EVs to protect their engine factories. They left the door wide open. Enter the disruptors: BYD, Wuling, and Great Wall Motor. While Japan hesitated, China attacked with speed and aggression. Look at the Wuling Air EV in Indonesia or the BYD Auto 3 in Thailand. They didn't just compete on price, they competed on experience. Japanese cars felt analog, buttons and dials. Chinese EVs felt like smartphones on wheels. Voice commands, massive screens, and futuristic designs. And crucially, China controls the battery supply chain. Japan has to buy batteries. China makes them. This allows companies like BYD to slash prices so low that Toyota simply cannot compete. The final nail in the coffin came from the governments themselves. Leaders in Jakarta and Bangkok grew tired of being just assemblers. They wanted to be producers of the future. Indonesia, with its massive nickel reserves, banned raw exports to force investment. Japan complained. China said yes. Chinese companies poured billions into local factories. In return, they got tax holidays and subsidies. Suddenly, the Japanese were no longer the favorite child of Southeast Asian governments. So, is the war over? Not yet. Toyota is fighting back with new hybrids, banking on their massive service network. Buying a Chinese car is still a risk for resale value, but the signal is clear. The monopoly is dead. The era of Japanese hegemony is ending, replaced by a brutal battle for the future of transportation. Just like Samsung killed Nokia, are we watching the slow death of the cars in our garages? What do you think? Are you Team Japan reliability or Team China technology? Let us know in the comments.